What is up, my YouTubers? It's Jennifer and Diego. He decided to join us. Anyways, so I decided that I'm not going to do my challenge video this week. I know I posted a teaser that was supposed to do a Guess That Spice challenge, and then I just posted earlier today how I decided to talk about more important things, aka this virus. So this is going to be kind of like a this doggy here. What is it called? A vlog. We'll just say mental health vlog thing. So basically, as you people, everybody in the entire world knows, that this outbreak of this virus is happening. And one, I will say that it does not affect pets of any kind. I've had so many people on like my different groups on Facebook, because I have a lot of doggy groups and pet groups, that ask if it's cross-contaminated through pets, and it's not. So if you own pets, they are fine, because it's not like swine flu, it's not like bird flu or anything. And if you don't wash your hands and you feed your dog, like, you know, by your hands, they're not going to get sick from this coronavirus. Anyways, so basically, when this whole thing very first started out, I was kind of very skeptical. I was basically like, you know, like rolling my eyes. Oh, by the way, I apologize that I'm wearing my my eye mask and my nasal thing, because it is late and I am tired. And tomorrow is Monday, which is my last week in jail, but I will get to that in a minute. So basically, when this whole virus thing first started out, I was kind of rolling my eyes. I was like, you know, whatever. And then I thought there was a conspiracy theory about China, because I know like China had this thing years ago where they were trying to control the population about birth rates. And then they lifted the ban on how many babies China's people can have, because they don't have any younger generations to take care of the elders. So when this virus broke out, I kind of was like, you know, rolling my eyes. Look at this doggy here, saying that they're kind of basically, not to be harsh, okay, hold on, not to be harsh, but kind of saying that, like, I feel bad for China, thinking that they're trying to kill off their populations faster, because China is like huge, and China's kind of like overpopulated, kind of like Japan. But then not only did China get hit with the coronavirus, I also read that they got hit with another, like, I want to say swine flu or something like that, but don't quote me on that. You guys can do your own research on that. So by the way, that was because dog hair is flying everywhere. I know I'm not sick. So basically, as time goes on, I found out there's 2 strains. I'm still rolling my eyes at it. Okay, so basically, what does this mean for me personally, or me in my general area? Okay, so basically, if you have not watched any of my videos, hi, I am Jennifer, and I live in Wilmington, North Carolina, and welcome to my channel. Anyways, I'm normally not this, like, looking like this and everything, but this is an important topic, and I just didn't feel like, you know. So right now, I know a lot of states are going, like, I know schools are closed basically everywhere. Daycares are closing. Here in Wilmington, the courthouse is closed, which doesn't affect me personally, but it does affect other things. I did call the jail earlier today to make sure that I can still go in tomorrow, since I'm a weekender, to make sure that this isn't affecting like weekenders going in. Basically meaning that the coronavirus hasn't hit Wilmington yet, if that makes any sense. We haven't had any documentations of anybody getting sick with it yet. I'm waiting for the banks to close, which again doesn't really affect me. I'm waiting for other little things to close, like the YMCA. They've already closed churches everywhere. So, I mean, I don't go to church, but for those of you who do, that really does suck. But for those of you who do go to church, probably already knew that they were live broadcasting, which I'm hoping that those who were in the church live broadcasting did not get it. I did read that some areas, I can't remember where they were, some people who were live broadcasting actually ended up getting the virus, so that kind of is sad. So right now, because I work at Flaming Amy's in Carolina Beach, yes, hello, come stalk me, come see me. I work in the kitchen though, but still come see me, or just come to the beach in general. So at the moment, we are still going strong at my restaurant. I laughed, kind of rolled my eyes and laughed and said that's because it's spring break. Kids, like there's teenagers, there's kids out, college students who have nothing to do in this town now because college is canceled. UNCW is actually canceled until further notice. I don't know about Cape Fear. And it kind of upset a lot of people because there's people taking like nursing exams coming up and they're really upset. However, basically we at my restaurant haven't been, we haven't slowed down basically. I mean, we were slow today, but that's just because the weather was kind of weird. And that's just typical of Sundays. NASCAR is canceled. NBA was canceled. There's a lot of other sports, that were canceled. There's so many things going on. It's crazy how like this outbreak of this virus that, yes, personally me, just still rolling my eyes at that. I cannot believe that this huge thing is just blowing up. Like, it kind of reminds me of back when the recession happened and the world like went just beyond crazy because, but basically here in Wilmington, everybody says that they're running out of hand sanitizer, sanitary wipes, toilet paper, paper towels, all this other stuff. Well, we still have things on our shelves, which is kind of cool. We did go to Walmart today because my mom wanted to stock up on a lot of groceries just in case. She did tell me that in case people do not know who watch my channel, they are right now the water companies, the electricity companies are doing like you don't have to pay and we will not shut you off. I don't know for how long they're going to do that. And I don't know if that means like, let's say they say for 6 months, which I highly doubt they're going to do. You guys can do your own research on that. But I know that right now the electricity and the water people are not shutting people off if you don't pay. So that's kind of a good thing. There is still rent and mortgages to pay, obviously. I did read on one of my groups that a lot of restaurants are closing down. However, I know in Vegas, they shut down some of the casinos and stuff. But restaurants that are closing are only doing like takeout services. So that kind of is also crazy. That goes also with Carolina Beach because we're a beach location. The mayor in Carolina Beach is going to have a meeting tomorrow that might actually determine if he wants to close the bridge to Carolina Beach because it's an island. Carolina Beach, North Carolina, it's an island. So, and there's a bridge to get to the island. And he wanted to close, he might close it if it gets serious, which kind of, on one hand, it affects like everybody to get onto the island. So like the businesses on the island, the only people who'd actually go out to those businesses are the locals who live in Carolina Beach, Curry Beach, and Fort Fisher. Nobody lives in Fort Fisher, but basically that area. And then it also reminds me of like how people are going to work at like the aquarium. I don't know, because the aquarium is, like fishes and stuff. Yes, I'd still worry about random things like that. I don't know why, call me crazy. But then I know Disney World is closing early. A lot of stores like Walmart and stuff here, I don't know about everywhere else, is closing at like 11 p.m. Publix, Food Lion, a lot of other stores are closing at like 8 or 9 p.m. I will say one thing that if you personally want to go out and find hand sanitizer or sanitary wipes or whatever, check random places like AutoZone, O'Reilly's, like any like off the wall, like Office Max, Office Depot, pet supply companies, like really random places that you would never think to shop at normally. Yes, you might pay like $10 for like a little thing of hand sanitizer versus like $3 somewhere else, but there's always that other places. Also like restaurant supply companies. So that's just a little tidbit from me personally. I know they say like wash your hands a lot, wear a mask, check your symptoms, but basically beyond the virus crap. So tomorrow, this week, starting tomorrow, is my last 3 days of my active jail days. So like I said, I started out with 66 days I had to serve, and I'm down to my last 3 finally. So I am super stoked. Like I said, I did call them to make sure I can go in, which is awesome. And Thursday, I'm supposed to work Thursday night, and I don't know if I'm actually going to go to work. Not because I don't want to, it's just because I don't think we're going to be doing that much business, and whoever's working that night might call me. They also don't know if I'm going to be working Friday or Saturday mornings just because of this virus, and so they might call me. I don't need to work right now. I'm okay because I got tax money. I mean, I love to work, so I would like to work, but at the same time, if I don't work, I'd rather get things done around the house. Like, I've got to vacuum because Diego started shedding his winter fur, and he is a corgi mix, which anybody who has ever owned a corgi or knows the breed, they shed like crazy, and his butt is just like literally like folding. His fur is like literally disintegrating. Thank God I have a de-shedding tool and de-shedding shampoo. But I know this video is kind of like a little all over the place, but I just wanted to point that out because this virus that I personally don't take serious is very serious. I do worry about my kids, especially like my son who lives in Indianapolis, which is very close to like Chicago and stuff. So I do worry about him. But then again, he lives with his great-grandparents and his dad, my ex-husband, who is very, like, his great-grandparents are very anal about, like, keeping everything, like, sanitary, like, and then my daughter who lives in Florida is hit or miss. It's like, she lives, like, Orlando's, like, over here. She lives, like, down, like, okay, well, Florida, like, okay, I'm trying to think, like, let's say, what's it called? Orlando is like up here, if you guys can like follow my finger, and then like she lives like down here. She lives in Northport, Florida. But her grandma, who she lives with, is like she's a retired nurse, and then she has an aunt who's a doctor. So I mean, I'm not worried about my daughter getting sick. She is prone to getting sick a lot, but since she's not in school, and she probably won't be going to gymnastics, she probably won't be going to swimming lessons just because everything's probably closed. If you do have kids, on the note, how do you keep them entertained? And a lot of people are like, well, there's, tablets, there's video games. How do you keep them, entertained, but not like so engaged? Because, I mean, for me, like, where I live, it's going to be, like, in the 70s here. So, if I know people can't travel, and maybe people are afraid to go to the park because of the, germs in the park. But, I mean, I don't know. There's also another concern that's very important is the public transportation system. Since I can't drive, well, I mean, I could drive a scooter, but I don't have a driver's license. And you don't need a license to drive a 50cc scooter. Anyways, I will be getting a bicycle. By the way, I'm super stoked for that. And my scooter's still broken. I think it's the carburetor. I've said that before in a different video. And I haven't even begun to attempt for the 4th time to contact the scooter place I bought it from, just because I'm trying to get these jail days done first. But anyways, public transportation is an issue as well. I personally am not scared of public transportation just because, I don't know, I have wipes, I have Clorox wipes, I have hand sanitizer, I don't know, I don't know, I'm just not that worried. I know people might watch this video with me rambling and say you should be concerned. For me personally, for my own self, I'm not worried yet. I say yet, but so there's public transportation, because I was worried that they're going to maybe shut the bus system down in certain areas. because that's a huge concern. That's a huge germaphobe thing. What's another thing? Bus systems, bicycles, scooters. Oh, well, we'll just end this video probably here. I will. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. So here's a funny story. Speaking of, I was trying to think of cleaning solutions because I forgot about like Listerine is a good cleaning solution in case you run out of wipes or whatever. For those of you who have babies, if you have cloth diapers, hats off to you guys, because this is a time where cloth diapers would be the best thing in the entire world. If you are a breastfeeding mother and you overproduce, there are websites that you can go on to that can help other mothers who can't produce as much, because I'm sure formula is probably selling out like crazy. So that's another consideration. If you overproduce and you would like to try and attempt to help out another infant, I don't know how other mothers feel about it because of this virus thing. They probably might, be a little more cautious because it's their precious baby. I'm just putting that out there, that if you are a mother who's in desperate need and you can't afford formula and you're underproducing for your child, there are websites out there. I know there's a Facebook page called Milk Fairies. I don't know if that's nationwide. I know it's one that I've used when I overproduced, and I wrote on the breastfeeding bag, like the storage bags, like what I ate, what time, everything else. I was one of those anal people because I actually helped out a couple mothers. So that was really, so if you do trust other mothers, or, so that's an option. Don't worry about your pets. Your pets will not get it. They will be fine. Now, if your pets do get sick, it's not because of the coronavirus. It's because they might have something else. But don't, I'm sure that like emergency vet services will be available. So yeah, funny story that I was going to say is that my boss yesterday had to go to the liquor store to get our supply for work. And apparently there was a rumor going around in Carolina Beach that that the liquor store was going to close until further notice. So people were like lining up like crazy. And then my mom just told me, and I'm sure people who may or may not know this information, in Pennsylvania, they actually just announced about an hour ago that the liquor stores either closing early or going to be closing down for 2 weeks. But they will be doing like delivery services. So I don't know how Pennsylvania does delivery services. I'm sure that's just to like businesses, but that's something to consider. So, because I know like those of you who drink, or alcohol is also great. Like vodka and Everclear are great for using on, what was I trying to say? Like cuts and scrapes. It's a great antiseptic, kind of like, what is it? Hydrogen peroxide type thing. Anyways, oh, also, interesting note, there's still bleach on the shelves, which I find is very interesting because the hand sanitizer, the wipes are selling out, which I understand bleach is very, very harsh. But if you use, like, if you get a little dropper thingy and you drop bleach in like a huge thing of water, I understand some people are allergic to bleach, some people are very sensitive to bleach, but you can get gloves and sterilize everything. And then Lysol is still on shelves. So I thought that was kind of weird. Anyways, this video is getting really long of me rambling on like about this. I just really wanted to kind of put this out there and how I'm feeling, because this was actually technically supposed to be my mental health check-in week. I will say this, next week is March 22nd is the year anniversary of my daughter and my mom's car accident where my daughter was killed. So I will definitely be doing a more emotional story time mental health check-in next week. So you guys will kind of be getting like 2 mental health videos. And then there's also, I think March 30th or 31st is the last Sunday of this month. So that might be my challenge video. I'm not sure. I may or may not do the spice challenge. I haven't figured that out yet. But I will say that I will be done with jail. So I will probably end up switching some of my videos around, but that's all coming up. I'm not even going to touch that subject right now. But please, you guys, stay safe. If you do work in any businesses that are unfortunately closing down right now, then or if you have kids and they're out of school, or if daycares are closed and you are a parent that has to work because, you know, your business is still open, but your kids aren't being taken care of, reach out to your local community. I know that, like, here I have a group on Facebook that's called Carolina Beach Locals. I also have Carolina Beach and Curry Beach Locals, and people have been posting things like crazy, like, hey, my senior in high school is home and they're willing to babysit, or my college student is home, so they're willing to babysit. So that's always an option too. You know, reach out to your locals. There's also, if you are part of a church community, I'm sure your church community can probably watch your kids as well. Again, if you do have somebody watch your kids, there is a risk of them contracting a virus, or, you know, just getting sick in general. So, I mean, you guys know this is very serious. I haven't fully, I don't know, I haven't fully accepted it yet. I guess I'm just waiting for it to all to blow over. I know the housing market is getting affected too as well. It's affecting everything. We'll just say that, the entire economy. So anyways, this video is long enough. So if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, yes, I know I rambled on for a while, but please comment below. Next week, like I said, I will be posting more of a emotional mental health video because of my daughter's death. And I will be showing, hopefully, her corner that I placed her memorial little thingies, and be showing her plaque that I have. But hopefully you guys will stay safe in this virus. And all right, look for you, wait for next week's video. Follow me on Instagram. Like I said, I post teasers all the time. I apologize I did not do my spice video, but you guys stay awesome, and I will catch you later. Bye.